Welcome back to another episode of Friday Financial. Today we are joined by Chris Tricino, who is our Vice President of Business Services. Chris, thanks for hopping on today.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
So, Chris, we're going to tackle some questions that I'm sure the majority of small business owners have faced or will face at some point in their business journey, and that is understanding the world of business lending. Some small businesses start out; they may not need the capital right away, but they will eventually. Some need it right away. So let's just kind of dive in and what are there any kind of common misconceptions out there about business loans?
Oh, yeah, sure. I would probably say the biggest misconception when it comes to business loans is that your personal credit or your personal financials are not taken into consideration when doing a business loan or going through the approval process. Especially like startups or, newer businesses, your personal credit and financials are always looked at. They'll be leaned on pretty heavily for the approval process. Lenders really look at the principal's financial statements as indicators, of your past financial history and how you go about doing your personal life business, paying back loans and taking care of and reporting income on your tax returns. So they kind of equate that to how you're going to do that on the business side of things. So, when you're doing a business loan, make sure your personal financials and credit is, up to par. Or if it's not, I recommend talking to the lender, talking to the financial institution and, giving them a background in your history and let them know why, something might be off or, you're working on things and just give them kind of a brief history of everything. That always seems to help going forward. Another misconception is that there's only one type of loan product out there. Many businesses think that they can only apply for one loan and that's it. But, there's a ton of products out there, a ton of ways to build out a, payment structure that kind of fits your needs. Here at the credit union, we have business term loans for equipment, business line of credit for working capital or short-term needs, even real estate loans for mortgages for that investment property you're looking to purchase. Many different products out there and something that we can fit into your needs.
So do you see anybody or any business owners, are there mistakes that people make along the way in terms of either on a business application or preparing for an application?
Yeah, I think the biggest mistake is just leaving things blank or leaving things out of the application or not fully completing an application package. A lender or institution is going to want a full list of items. And a lot of this is back to what we just talked about, the personal side. They'll say, all right, well, I'll give you my business information, business financials, but I'll keep out the personal because you don't need that because I'm applying for a business loan. Again, that personal information is going to be leaned on heavily. So they will require, all lenders will require, here at the credit union, we do require it as well. So, the more information you can provide, the better it is. And also expect questions, expect something that, the lender's going to review it, the underwriter's going to review your information, and they're going to have questions. They don't know you, they don't know your history, they don't know your background. So they're going to come back with questions and, don't take it personally. That's just how the process goes. And, they want answers as far as your history and what you're looking to do in the future. So, and I would also say, don't be intimidated by the process. It's a long application. It's not a long process, but there's different steps to the process that you may not get on the personal side. So, ask questions up front, be open, try and do your research, try and get as much information as you can, get comfortable with the process and, make sure you understand what you're getting into.
Chris, is it fair to say that, applying for a business loan is maybe not as straightforward as applying for like a personal loan or a credit card or something like that?
Yeah, there's definitely a different process to it, a different way about it. With a personal loan or, a straightforward loan that you would get walking into a branch, it's kind of very quick. maybe a W-2 you provide. Here, it's a whole package that we want. We want to know the history. We want to know how you came about starting the business. We want to know as much as you can give us as far as your business history. And that only helps for us to paint a picture of who you are as a business.
We talk a lot on our Friday Financial and some of our business related videos about really separating your personal and business finances from the beginning, no matter how small you could be. And this is probably the kind of situation where that's going to be, if you have done that, it's going to really help you.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that's the one thing that people will get tied up quite a bit. And any accountant you will talk to will say, hey, separate the two. And it's easier for you, as a business owner going forward. IRS comes knocking on your door. You want to be able to give them straight business expenses, not your personal stuff meshed in there. And then when you're doing a loan too, if I'm looking at a P&L and I see different things on there that might be on your personal side, it throws up some red flags. Yeah.
All right. So what about business plans? Does a business owner need to have a business plan in place to apply for a loan?
So they'll need to have a business plan in place. I will say, a business plan is a great tool. It's a great thing for a lender. Helps the lender understand your business without you going through every detail, and talking it out. And it makes everything a lot easier and clearer for the lender. Business plans provide a ton of information, provide a ton of understanding for that lender and for you as a business owner as well. They answer questions like, what are you going to use the loan for? What's your history as a business owner in that industry? What does the future hold for your business as far as financials and as far as growth? So all that can be found into a business plan. Again, it's a great tool for a lender. I feel that it's underutilized as a business owner. And especially the startups and, the newer businesses, it kind of gives you a roadmap of where you're going. And that roadmap can tell the lender about, where you're going as a business. There's a bunch of companies, a bunch of research and a bunch of stuff on the internet that you can get on business plans. Your local SCORE or SBA offers can provide guidance on how to write one. And most of those are former lenders and bankers, so they know what to put in there as well, so that they can give great advice.
Yeah, awesome. Well, Chris, this is all really valuable information. You've actually shared a couple things that I didn't know, so thank you for that. Do you have any other parting thoughts for us?
Yeah, I mean, I think, just kind of what we talked about before. Don't be intimidated by the process. I mean, get to know the process, get to understand what you're going to go through. Talk to a lender. Any type of questions you might have is a question that a lender will be happy to answer. I know myself, I'm always happy to talk to business owners about their new business or anything that they have, or talk to other businesses that have gone through the process. Learn their experiences, learn their mistakes, and and before you know it, you'll be the one giving advice to that business owner trying to get new financing. So. Yeah, just don't be intimidated by the process.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Chris, for coming on today. I appreciate it. And maybe we'll see you on a future episode.
I can't wait. Thank you.
Take care.
All right.